You gotta turn that on, maybe.
Good evening.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Rabbi Jonathan Blake. I am so happy to see you here tonight. It is a beautiful day. Not outside. It's not so beautiful outside, but it's a beautiful day for the Jewish people because Yom Kippur is like everybody taking a shower. Now, I don't mean literally taking a shower. I mean Yom Kippur comes to help us become clean and ready for the new year. Tonight's service is called Kol Nidre. The words mean all kinds of promises. And it's a very interesting service because it teaches us that in the new year, if we make promises and then can't keep them, that is okay. How many of us here have maybe once, maybe more than once, made a promise that you couldn't quite keep? Yeah, I think that's pretty much every hand in the room, including my own. Yom Kippur says, life is not about making promises. Life is about trying our hardest to be our best. And so what I'd like us to do, before the rest of this incredible clergy team introduces themselves and we have a beautiful, musical, prayerful, kind of spiritual shower on this Yom Kippur, would you please just turn and introduce yourself to somebody who's sitting near you, but somebody you're not like besties with already. And you don't have to promise to remember that person's name in the new year, but we can all try. We can all try. So find somebody you haven't yet met, take a moment, and wish that person a Shana Tova.
We bring our attention back as we focus on what it is that we have, the task that's set before us. I'm Rabbi Leah Citron, along with Cantor Mia Fram Davidson and cantorial intern Isaac Sonnet-Assor. We welcome you this evening to Westchester Reformed Temple for this Erev Yom Kippur family service. Though we gathered just 10 days ago in celebration of the New Year, our tone tonight is a little different. Yes, that's my child, because of course it is. On Yom Kippur, we atone, we forgive, we seek forgiveness. And we need not do that entirely somberly. There can be a hidden joy in this day. There is also a sense of seriousness, as the task before us is a challenging one. And we certainly cannot do that silently or alone. We are here together to achieve this goal. And so let us join together in song and in prayer as we welcome in this sacred and holy night.
We're going to teach you a little melody that we're going to hear a little bit later as we take out all of our Torah scrolls, as we sing the words and the melody Kol Nidre together. But for now, we're just going to warm up our voices. And so if you think this evening, who's feeling like a low voice this evening? Who feels like they've got a bass voice this evening? Yeah, we got a couple basses. You don't actually, it's more about being a bass voice in spirit than it is an actual octave of your voice. But the part's really simple and it goes like this. And if you like this part, sing this one. Bum biddy bum 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 bum. Beautiful bass voices, keep that going.
Bum, biddy, bum, bum, biddy, bum, bum, biddy, bum, bum, biddy, bum, bum, biddy,
And after feeling a little higher voice, it goes like this. Namana, 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 namana. We'll sing that together. Namana, 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 namana. Bum biddy bum 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 biddy bum.
In addition to the sounds of our voices, we also usher in this sacred evening with the blessings over the candles. It is my honor in this moment to invite forward Jeannie Bryan, Lillian Charles, and Eve Rosenthal to light our candles. I think we're... Are you going to do it? Oh.
Yom HaKippurim. We praise you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of all, who commands us to light the candles on this holy day.
Amazing. Thank you all so much. Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Our way into Kol Nidre, I invite forward Lauren, Brad, Bryn, Olivia, and Skylar Bass, and I invite the congregation to please rise as we take the sacred Torahs from the Ark.
Bum biddy bum 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 bum namana 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 namana
take a deep breath. Close your eyes. On this Yom Kippur Eve, whisper a word. Watch it carefully. See where it goes and what it does. Some words run quickly. Some stumble and fall. Some are like soft silk. Others rough, sharp-edged. Some words bring smiles. Others tears. Our rabbis say, more important than anything we do are the words we speak, the promises we make to ourselves and to others. Our opening prayer on this Yom Kippur Eve begins with the words Kol Nidre. Be careful, the prayer tells us. Be careful of the words we speak and the promises we make. Watch them carefully. See where they go and what they do. We pray together. We will do our best to keep every promise, to fulfill every good intention and every resolution
that we make during the year that has just begun from this day of atonement to the next.
But if there are promises we truly cannot keep, however hard we try, we pray that we may be forgiven. prayed to God, as you have been faithful to this people ever since Egypt, please forgive their failings now, in keeping with your boundless love. And God responded, I forgive, as you have asked. We remain standing as we turn to our call to worship, the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam vaed.
You may be seated. The days are getting shorter. It is getting dark earlier and earlier. Originally, we were going to be sitting outside. I'm very glad that we're not. I don't know about any of you. But we're going to have to imagine that feeling of nature all around us that maybe isn't as naturally easy to be seen when we are sitting in here surrounded by these walls. We're getting ready to offer the words of Ma'ariv Aravim, a prayer of creation. So we're going to take a moment to appreciate that creation, the beautiful world in which we are lucky enough to be able to exist. So again, let's take a deep breath and let it out slowly. I was going to say that we should look around. We're not going to find those sights of nature by looking around us. So instead, we will have to look within us. Close your eyes. Picture a sunset, the beach, a leaf, a tree, a blade of grass, a river, a cloud in the sky. Take 3 breaths in and out. In and out. In and out. We appreciate the changes of the season. We appreciate those images, and we thank God each day that we exist within those visions of creation.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom balayla, kolel or mipnei chol. וחושך מפני אור, בורא יום ולילה, כולל אור מפני חושך, כולל אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light, night becomes day, day turns to night. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם. We continue with our people's song of freedom, Mi Chamocha, sung to our special holiday melody. Mi Chamocha Bailim Adonai, Mi Chamocha Nedar Bakodesh, Nora Tehilot Osef Ele, Shimon Mi Chamocha Bailim Adonai, Mi Chamocha Nedar Bakodesh, Nora Tehilot Osef Ele, Nora Tehilot Osef Ele.
Our next prayer, Hashki Venu, asks for God's shelter of peace to protect us, to help us feel safe and comfortable in a world that sometimes feels scary. Before we sing, we are going to take a moment to think about something that helps each of us feel safe. Perhaps it's an actual item, or maybe it's a particular environment or person. Turn and share with the person next to you. What makes you feel safe? Hashkiveinu, Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkiveinu leshalom. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu ve'Imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot U'Mevi Geula Livnei B'neihem Le'ma'an Shemo Be'ahava. Melech hafetz b'chayim, v'chotzvenu b'sefer hachayim, l'ma'ancha Elohim chayim, zochrenu l'chayim. Melech hafetz b'chayim, v'chotzvenu b'sefer hachayim, U'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham be'ezrat Sarah.
Amen.
May be seated. We continue with our own silent reflections. One day, Jonah went to the zoo and fed just a little popcorn to one of the bears, even though there was a sign that said, "Don't feed the bears." The zookeeper waved his broom and asked, "What if everybody did that?" Later that day, Jonah was at Trader Joe's with his dad. How many people here have been to Trader Joe's? Okay, so Jonah took a bite out of an apple and then he put it back. His dad was very upset. "Jonah," he demanded, "what if everybody did that?" Then he just wanted to see how fast that grocery cart could go, so, well, it went faster than expected, and he knocked over an entire display of apples and honey. When the manager finally stopped him, she asked, "What if everybody did that?" On the way to visit his Bubby and Zadie, Jonah dropped just one soda can out the window. The police officer who pulled his family's car over said, "What if everybody did that?" At his sister Sarah's bat mitzvah, there was a delicious cake. Do you know what Jonah did? He took just a little lick of the frosting from that cake. Afterwards, the cake said Mazel too. Jonah's Bubby, thank you. Jonah's Bubby looked at him over her glasses and said, "Jonah," what'd she say? "What if everybody did that?" At Sunday school, a new boy named Gabe joined the 3rd grade. When he came to sit by Jonah, Jonah said, "Sorry, that seat's taken." One of the madrichim, the student teachers, came over and said, "Jonah, what if everybody did that?" Things kept getting worse for Jonah. His parents took him to talk to the rabbi. "Jonah," she said, "it seems like you've been making some interesting choices lately that have been upsetting people. Why do you do that?" Jonah sank down in his chair. Sitting in the rabbi's office can be kind of scary, though this one wasn't so bad. "Why do you do those things?" she asked again. "I don't know." Jonah shrugged his shoulders. "It's not that big of a deal. I just did it one time." "But Jonah, how many one times did you do?" "Well, I fed the bear, I ate the apple, I knocked over the grocery cart, I threw a soda can out the window, and we got a ticket. My parents were not happy. I licked the frosting, I wouldn't let the new kids sit with me, and I didn't follow any directions." "Just one time you did each of those things?" the rabbi asked. "Do you think it matters how you behave?" Jonah shrugged again. "But it was just me. No one else did anything." "But Jonah," the rabbi asked, "what if everybody did that? Would you want to buy a bag of apples that each had a bite taken out of it?" "No way," said Jonah. "Would you want someone to eat your birthday cake before it was time?" she asked. "No way," said Jonah. "Would you want to be a new student somewhere and not feel welcome?" she asked. "No way," said Jonah. "Jonah, I think you can do better. I challenge you to do better. Come back to see me in 10 days and let me know how it goes." "Okay," Jonah shrugged and headed home. The next morning, on his way to temple for Sunday school, Jonah picked up some trash at the entrance. "Wow," said the custodian, "what if everybody did that?" When he got to class, he invited the new kid to come sit with him. "Wow," said his teacher, "what if everybody did that?" At Shabbat, he closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and sang the prayers with as much meaning as he could. "Wow," said the cantor, "what if everybody did that?" When people came to temple for Yom Kippur, he stood at the door with his dad and greeted them and gave out prayer books. "Wow," said his bubby. During services that day, he heard a story about a guy in the Torah named Jonah, we'll talk about him tomorrow, who tries to teach everyone around him that they have to behave better. His mom, his dad, his bubby, his teacher, and his rabbi were all right. If you behave badly, Jonah realized, it just leads to more bad behavior. And if everybody did that, the world would be a mess. But if you behave well and you help others, doing mitzvot, it feels so good and it feels so right. Jonah got excited just thinking about it. Being kind, helping others, and doing mitzvot? Wow. What if everybody did that?
Rabbi, your story makes me think of one of my favorite songs from Jewish camp growing up. The song, which I hope some of you will know and sing along with me, is Mitzvah Gereret Mitzvah, which means one mitzvah, one good deed, leads to another mitzvah, just like Jonah in the story. However, the second half of it is Avera Gereret Avera. A bad deed can lead to another bad deed. So the point is to start being good, and then you can be Tov Me'od. Anybody know what Tov Me'od means? It means really, really good. So when you get to Tov Me'od, I want to see lots of thumbs up for that part. If you know this song, please sing it along with me. Mitzvah Gereret Mitzvah. Avera Gereret Avera. Mitzvah Gereret Mitzvah. Gereret Mitzvah. Ya la 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 la. Let's try that part together. Mitzvah Gereret Mitzvah. Avera Gereret Avera. Mitzvah Gereret Mitzvah. Gereret Mitzvah. Ya la 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 la. Lihiot tzadik. Zetov. Zetov. Lihiot tzadik. Zemazeh. Tov me'od. Mitzvah Gereret Mitzvah. Avera Gereret Avera. Mitzvah Gereret Mitzvah. Gereret Mitzvah. Ya la 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 la. Lihiot tzadik. Lihiot tzadik. Zetov. Zetov. Lihiot tzadik. Zemazeh. Tov me'od. Mitzvah Gereret Mitzvah. Avera Gereret Avera. Mitzvah Gereret Mitzvah. Gereret Mitzvah. Ya la 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 la.
As we're thinking about those deeds that we do, we read together in prayer. Yom Kippur is a day which allows us to make peace with God for the things which we have done which missed the mark. Yom Kippur does not automatically make peace for us with other people. We ourselves must ask forgiveness of all the people whom we have hurt by missing the mark. Adonai, please wash away the things I have done which missed the mark. Help me to make sure that I never repeat any of these wrong things again. We have all committed offenses. Together we confess these human sins.
Please join me chanting a Shamnu responsively. We gently wrap our chest with each word to show how sorry we are. Please rise. Ashamnu.
Ashamnu.
Bagadnu.
Bagadnu.
Gazalnu.
Gazalnu.
Dibarnu dofi.
Dibarnu dofi.
Ay da 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 ay da 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 He'evinu.
He'evinu.
Vehir shanu.
Vehir shanu.
Zadnu.
Zadnu.
Chamasnu.
Hamasnu.
Tafalnu sheker.
Tafalnu sheker.
I da 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 I da 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 I da 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 Yatsnura.
Yatsnura.
Kizavnu.
Kizavnu.
Latsnu.
Latsnu.
Maradnu.
Maradnu.
Niatsnu.
Niatsnu.
Sararnu.
Sararnu.
Avinu.
Avinu.
Pashanu.
Pashanu.
Sararnu.
Sararnu.
Kishinu ore.
Kishinu ore.
I da 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 I da 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 I da 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 Rashanu.
Rashanu.
Shichatnu.
Shichatnu.
Tiavnu.
Tiavnu.
Tainu.
Tainu.
Titanu.
Titanu.
I da 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 I da 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 I da 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 da.
We pray together. We are arrogant, brutal, careless, destructive, egocentric, false, greedy, heartless, irresponsible, and joyless. We are keen to see the faults of others, but lazy to correct our own. We have made an alphabet's worth of errors. Today we think about what we would like to be, and we say beautiful words. But on this holy day of truth, we cannot pretend that we have always been as good as our words. We remember the faults that have kept us from being as kind as we should have been, from reaching the goals we set for ourselves last year at this time. On this holy day of truth, we say, we are sorry, we are truly sorry, and hope to do better. We say, Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the wrong we have done, we are truly sorry. We continue responsively by stanza. Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the wrong we have done by not always speaking the truth, we are sorry.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for having been stubborn and lazy, we are sorry.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the wrong we have done by hurting other people's feelings, we are sorry.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for having been unfair or spiteful, we are sorry.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the wrong we have done by speaking when we should have listened, we are sorry.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for remaining silent when we should have spoken up, we are sorry.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the wrong we have done by being jealous of other people's luck, we are sorry.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for being bad-tempered when we could have been cheerful, we are sorry.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the wrong we have done when we failed to honor our parents, we are sorry.
Al chet shechatanu lefanecha, for the times when we failed to honor our teachers, we are sorry.
Ve'al kulam Eloha slichot, slach lanu michal lanu kaper lanu. For all these things, God of forgiveness, pardon us and forgive us. go before the open ark for the words of Avinu Malkeinu.
Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu v'Haneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu v'Haneinu, ki ein banu ma'asim. Asei manu, tzedaka v'chesed. Asei manu, tzedaka v'chesed, ve'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu v'Haneinu. Avinu Malkeinu, Choneinu v'Haneinu, ki ein banu ma'asim. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'tet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu k'goyei ha'aratzot, ve'lo samanu k'mishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, ve'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu koreim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, Lifnei melech malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu yihyeh Adonai echad. Ushemo echad.
On this day of remembrance, we remember those who are no longer among the living, those who died in recent days, those who died in the past year, those who died at this time in years past, and all of our loved ones who have helped us to be in this place that we are today. We rise in a particular order as we prepare to remember them with the words of the mourner's Kaddish. If you are in a period of mourning, the first week, Shiva, the first month, Shloshim, or the first year, Shana, of mourning a loved one, I invite you to rise first that we might acknowledge you as a community. If you are remembering a loved one who died at this time in years past, I invite you to rise at this time. If you are thinking of a loved one whose memory is a big reason of your being here today, I invite you to rise at this time. We rise together now as one community in empathy and in support as we recite the words of Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'gala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ulamei alaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitrama v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei dekudisha b'richu. Le'ela u'le'ela mikol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min Shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Gamar Chatima Tova, everyone. Happy New Year. It's wonderful to see all of you here on this Kol Nidre evening. A few words of gratitude and thank yous and announcements before we depart. I'd like to especially start by thanking our musicians, Madeline Rubenstein on piano, Caroline Sanada-Sor on flute, and Julie Kurtzman-Reno on violin. Thank you so much to all of you for making our service so beautifully musical and amazing. It was really wonderful to be with all of you this evening. Thank you. Thank you to our Executive Director, Ellie Kornreich, our Facilities Director, Tim Wagner, our Technical Director, Edon Waldman. On AV and live streaming, we have Michael Isofano and James Cronier. Did I say it right? I did. Amazing. Okay. Thank you to them for running all of our tech today. To our entire security, custodial, administrative, and communications teams. And a special thanks to Hillary Fontana for her preparation of our electronic entrance cards, and to our usher, Nancy Michaels. Thank you to all of you. Please, if you picked up a grocery bag to bring back on Yom Kippur, you can continue to bring them all through tomorrow. You can put them in a special bin, which is in the back of the parking lot under a tent. But if you prefer to make a donation instead, you can give directly online to Feeding Westchester or to WRT Hungry and Homeless Funds. In terms of the schedule for the rest of the holiday, please see our website, WR Temple, which has all the information about in-person and live stream service times, formats, and COVID and mask protocols. But please note that all of our daytime morning services and early afternoon services tomorrow will feature an abbreviated Yizkor memorial observance. And our full Yizkor service will happen at 4:15 in the main sanctuary, where we'll also be joined by our Rabbi Emeritus, Rabbi Rick Jacobs, who is now the president of the Union for Reform Judaism. And he'll offer reflections on the book of Jonah. And we'll have a special reading from Jonah by our congregants Bruce Beck, who's the lead sports anchor for WNBC, and Mimi Roca, Westchester County District Attorney. So it should be really wonderful. The service will also feature our entire very large and wonderful clergy team, and will conclude, according to Rabbi Blake, at exactly 6:37 p.m. If you are fasting, please do so safely. Take into mind your health if you decide that you're going to fast this year. Thank you.
Tonight, we started our service with Kol Nidre. Tonight has been an evening to start being better versions of ourselves. Tonight, we have thought about how we act and what we say. Tonight, we have made promises to try harder. As we conclude our worship tonight, let us move forward into this work of Yom Kippur and commit ourselves and our community to take better care of ourselves and all God's creations. May you be sealed for a good year. Gamar Chatima Tova.
Gamar Chatima Tova.
May you be inscribed for a wonderful year.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen.